What we focus on determines our results, right? But very few people understand exactly what that means because everybody in this world has the exact same handful of things that they need to focus on in order to be great. It's just very rare that somebody understands this concept and knows what you should be focusing on in order to make your life easier. In a second, I'm going to tell you exactly how this relates to business. But first, I want to give you a very clear example so that we're both on the same page. Think about 3 generations of people: a teenager, a middle-aged person, and a senior citizen. Right? Now, most people at times think about fitting in or standing out in a crowd. But senior citizens might think about that, a handful of times a year. A middle-aged person probably thinks about that only as it relates to standing out in their job or maybe at a party. But a teenager thinks about fitting in almost every single minute of every single day. And that's what drives them. Next, think about maintaining health, right? Because that's a topic that all 3 of those generations probably think about sometimes. But middle-aged people who look in the mirror every single morning and they see maybe a little bit more fat accumulating, or maybe they feel more aches and pains in their joints, they might think about it a little bit more. Health might dominate the thoughts of a middle-aged person, but it rarely pops up in the head of a teenager, rarely. And every day, each one of those generations is one day closer to the end of their life. But that thought rarely enters a teenager's mind, and it may enter a middle-aged person's mind, maybe around their birthday every single year. But a senior citizen thinks about that probably every single day. And whatever it is that each one of those generations is thinking about the majority of the time is what dictates their actions. And their actions dictate their results in every area of life. So the senior citizen who wakes up and thinks that they are one day closer to being in the grave, that affects their decisions that they're making during the day, right? And those decisions are drastically different than the teenager who wakes up every single day and tries to figure out how they're going to fit in with the crowd. And it's the exact same in business, because when a business is just starting up, all they think about is cash. But when a business gains momentum and they break the 7 or 8 figure mark or whatever it is that they consider successful, they start to care more about systems that can help them grow more predictably. And they care more about building a leadership team so that the owner could take a step back and allow others to drive growth for the company. The fact is, no matter where you are in business, getting to the next level of revenue and organization and scale requires that you understand what to focus on and what frame of mind you're in that might sway you to see things more or less optimistically. That's a key differentiator. So understanding your key metrics is a vital part of business, but even more important is understanding that your key metrics absolutely need to change depending on where you are in your growth phase. Because measuring the same things today that you did when you were just starting out will stagnate your growth, and it does it every single time. But also, as entrepreneurs, it's important that we understand that we need to track some vital statistics for every area, not just business, but also in our lives as well, including our health and our relationships and our personal happiness and our spirituality, and of course in our business. Because without knowing how and what to track, it's super easy to become unbalanced, and it happens every single day in business. And unfortunately, most people don't realize that they're becoming unbalanced until 1 or 2 years passes, and then things in their life start to break. So one of the most important exercises that you could do right now is to write down every major area of your life and rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least and 10 being out freaking standing. And do this for your business as well. And then any area that you're a 7 or lower, begin making that a study in your life. And in your spare time, when you're getting ready in the morning or you're driving to the office or you're on your way home from work or anytime you have a few minutes, pull up a credible YouTube video or listen to a credible audiobook about that subject. And every 30 or 60 days, rotate the areas that need to improve. And during those 30 or 60 days, do whatever you can to absorb quality information about how to be better with your health, with your spirituality, with your relationships in life, and with your happiness in life, and absolutely also with your business. And by the way, everything you need to know about growing and scaling your business to 8 figures and beyond, and being a healthy, happy, productive entrepreneur. I cover in videos like this on YouTube for everyone who's subscribed. So please subscribe now and devote 15 to 20 minutes every single day to going through one of the videos that I post, and then check out whatever's new on my Instagram feed and comment and ask me questions, and definitely let me know what you want to see next so that I can keep giving you everything you need to be at your absolute best.